Hello there!
Hey!
So today we are on a journey with Mom. That does not mean we're eating good because we already ate.
Yeah, we did.
We ate good. We ate at a place called Florentino's who has incredible calzones. By the way, that is not a plug-in for any sponsorship for them. I just like their food. Today we are out at Universal Resorts because we're here to see that. Right?
See the resorts. Yeah, we've never done the resorts at Universal.
Now, I have been to Portofino Bay. Christina and I did that a while ago. I will put a link in the description so that you can see Portofino Bay, but we are also going to go there.
Okay.
Because Mom hasn't been there.
No.
So we're going to give you a little bit of a snippet of each of the resorts as we go. Now, before we get started, we do have these necklaces. They are tiny little hearts. See the heart? It's a heart.
Because it's Valentine's Day, and even though we're not going to eat somewhere, I'm on the search for maybe a Valentine's Day cupcake or some cookie or something.
We may see that. Today is Valentine's Day, aka Single Awareness Day, and so did you not know that? That
no,
it's Single Awareness
not.
Day? Yep. You're very aware of Valentine's Day when you're single. So.
Okay.
So yes, so I get to spend it with Mom, which is fantastic. So I believe behind us is the Royal Pacific Resort, so let's start with that one.
Okay.
Walking into Royal Pacific, there's these frogs hidden behind these umbrellas, and they each have an umbrella too. This is sort of like in their conference room, meeting room area. Now, as we walk to the lobby, something I didn't point out is our vest for this week. Now, this vest is a little bit of an older vest. It's from a costume that I made. What I mean is a costume that Mom made and I wore because I wasn't into making my own vests at the time. So this vest was made for a costume for Rufio from the movie Hook. And that's why it has patches and stuff on the side and the buttons to go along with sort of like the look of the Festival Fantasy Parade and the way the Lost Boys are done in that. Now around Royal Pacific, there are a whole bunch of these sort of like stone carving portraits on the wall. So there's that one there, and these are like really detailed too. And then on the other side of this one is one of a map of Indonesia. Now the Royal Pacific lobby is in there, but the cool thing about Royal Pacific is there's sort of a like small elephant bathing pool, which I don't think was intended for the elephants. What about you, Mom?
I think it looks more like a Zen garden.
Looks like a fountain, and then the elephants got into it.
Like a Zen garden, where you can come out and just kind of relax, listen to the water.
And this is completely outside, by the way. Nothing covering this.
These are orchids growing out of this tree. Various colors, and they're very pretty. But it's weird how they just have them on the side of the tree.
This is on a palm tree, by the way.
Well, I see where they have used like they've strapped the pots and then covered it with moss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not growing out of the tree, but that's a cool idea.
It's still on the tree, though.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. And the base of the tree, the roots, looks almost like a hut.
Here are the three elephants in here. And then to the left, you can see the statues. It sort of looks like the statue is peeing. However, I want to point out it's just the point of view because they are holding vases that are pouring water into the fountain. We're gonna check in Tuk Tuk Market to see if they have any of the Valentine's cupcakes that Mom's looking for.
Let's go.
It looks like Mom found pretty much exactly what she wanted. They have these Valentine's Day cakes with hearts on them. And then there's a giant cupcake behind it. So we walk into Sapphire Falls and they have sort of like this wicker beach ball thing. And it looks like they stick to the whole wicker look, sort of like a beach look. And then their front desk has this beautiful beach view. Then in one of the seating areas, they have these lovely beach portraits. This staircase is huge. And it's all stone all the way down. And it's a big drop. Oh, no. At the bottom of the staircase, a whole bunch of barrels and a cart. So that is the lobby of Sapphire Falls from the outside. And then I guess those are the falls right there. This is such a big resort. And of course, that's where you pick up the water taxi to go to City Walk or any of the other resorts. And speaking of the water taxi, there it is. Now I do have to mention, we did get here a little late. What, around 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
Which is just about the time the sun goes down. So you will notice that in this video, it is a little darker. And what you hear right now is Doom dropping. Not too long ago, we also heard Hulk roar, which is funny because
we're pretty mad tonight.
We're on the pathway. You know, he's probably mad because it's cold.
It is cold.
Yeah.
It was really warm earlier, but now it's gotten cold.
Yeah. This nice breeze.
The tank top.
This nice breeze is going on. But it's not nice when you don't have the appropriate clothing to go with it. So now we came from Royal Pacific. We headed over to, sorry, I'm not used to these resorts. So we went from Royal Pacific over to Sapphire Falls. And now we had to backtrack through Royal Pacific to the next one.
Which I think we're going to have to catch a boat at some point from City Walk.
Right. So you really don't have to walk like we're doing. But
we can take one of those.
We just wanted to walk, and we showed you guys the water taxi at the last one, but we just walked straight through Royal Pacific again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's starting to drizzle.
I was wondering if it was just me feeling rain.
So now we are headed to the next one, but before that, we had to walk through Universal City Walk. What you call me? Now with us passing Universal Studios, I've got to say, this year is the 25th anniversary of Mardi Gras, and you can see, started February 1st, goes till April 1st.
They have a lot of entertainment, they have good parade, they throw beads, they have very good food, they have baguettes, and
you can join the parade too.
New Orleans. And if you're a pass holder, yes, you can actually get on the floats and throw the beads, which is super cool.
And this year they actually changed the way in which you sign up for it. So instead of showing up as a standby line, this year it is more like the Rise of the Resistance boarding pass.
Yeah.
And so, or for them, the Jimmy Fallon ride. So that's how you sign up. You sign up through their Universal app at the beginning of the day. By beginning of the day, I mean like 11 o'clock, 12-ish. So in the middle of the day. And then you get a message back saying that you're in such and such parade.
Also, if you're a pass holder, you have a special pass holder viewing area for the parade, which is right around Mel's Diner. So you get there early, you get a good front row standing room to see it really close, like right in front of you.
And there's also a kids seating area in front of the Brown Derby down the street from Mel's Diner. So it's there's not really like an age group, but like kids. Like someone that's not going to reach over somebody else and grab their beads. So that's the whole point of that area. So let's continue on our trip.
Okay.
Now, since we are headed to our next location, and we were talking about Mardi Gras, a little more stuff I'd like to mention is they have these awesome concert series during Mardi Gras.
Yeah, they're very good concerts.
Some well-known artists last year was the Beach Boys with John Stamos.
He was the surprise guest, and he got married.
Yes.
So his wife was there.
So, yeah, there's the concert series, the food, the bead throwing, all of that fun stuff.
Almost like being in New Orleans without having to go to Louisiana.
Right. So we're now at the Hard Rock Hotel, and they have this fountain out in front, made of guitars that are copper from the looks of it, because it looks like copper rusting, right?
Yeah.
We'll get a little closer so you can see that copper rusting. So as you enter the lobby, they have paintings of celebrities. We have Elvis and looks like Michael Jackson, but it's actually Bruno Mars wearing Michael Jackson's jacket. And then on the other side, we have a few more. Mick Jagger, Taylor Swift, and George Harrison. Then around the resort is different objects from different celebrities. Well, sort of music artists. This is a dress from Carrie Underwood. Inside the store is one of Gene Simmons's axe.
Which is a bass guitar. This is Elvis Presley's pajamas.
Where do we have to go? So still in the lobby, in this like seating area, there's a table that's like a DJ set up, and there's two of them sitting here. There's also an outfit from AC/DC, very recognizable. It's the school outfit that Angus Young wore and still wears. So now we are headed to Portofino Bay, and the reason why I'm bringing that up instead of saying like I did last time, you can hear sort of like opera singing. We were told that they do have an event. We did hear some concert music a little earlier. So we don't know what we're walking into when it comes to this.
But we're walking.
Yes.
To it.
We have walked all of this. We have not used any of the water taxis.
Not yet.
But we do plan on doing it on the way back so that we can go see Cabana Bay.
Yeah.
Because we skipped that one and we skipped Aventura to come back and get these two.
Yeah.
So, I wonder what's going on over there.
I don't know, but it was pretty loud, and we've seen a lot of people go past us, so it may be over.
Maybe. And also all the valet parking at
Hard Rock.
At Hard Rock Hotel was like all the way down, so I think
Portofino's like overflowing into it.
So let's see what's going on over there. Now it's a little far away, but you can hear the music and the light up there is her singing. So this is Portofino's lobby, and I like their ceiling area. And they also have a fountain over here. Now Portofino is sort of set up inside as if we are walking the streets. So let's go take a look at the streets.
Sure.
This is really cool because it's all inside. You can see straight up that we're still inside the building.
This is really pretty.
Now I did say that we have a video of this during the day when the event is not going on, because the main courtyard is full of people right now, and the small courtyard also has tons of people in it. And down here is that awesome gazebo. I love this gazebo. And I also love the outside, but sadly I can't show you the outside because there's just so many people out there. Now around this resort there are a couple of Vespas, and then out in the water are some boats. Now that we are back at Pacific Royal, it is time to end this video because it's the end of the evening.
Yes.
Now we didn't do all of the resorts because it did start to rain.
As you can tell.
Yep. So the resorts that we saw was, of course, Pacific Royal, which is what we're at right now. We saw the Sapphire Falls Resort.
Mm-hmm. The Hard Rock Cafe.
The Hard Rock Cafe
Sorry, not
Hotel.
cafe, hotel.
Yeah,
Yes,
the hotel.
Because they do have a cafe at City Walk too that is Hard Rock.
They do. And then the last one was the Portofino, which we've seen before. We couldn't really show you a whole lot of Portofino. We didn't really show you a whole lot of all the resorts. Like we didn't go to the pools or anything like that.
No.
Mostly because everything is in the lobby.
Yes.
And by everything, I mean like all the restaurants, the stores, the theming
Yeah.
is all in the lobby.
I mean, the resorts on the exterior have some, theming in the way of paint and the way they designed, but no real boom wow factors.
Right. So they're mostly like just regular hotels.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's cool because honestly, when you go on vacation, you're not going to be spending a whole lot of time at your hotel.
Not if you're at a resort at a theme park.
Right.
Most of your time will be in the theme parks.
Mm-hmm.
But it is convenient that everything is off the lot. It's just there's nothing else anywhere around the rest of the resorts.
Right. We did not get Mom's cupcake because it was too big.
Sad face.
It was too much for us. Going through City Walk, a day is not complete in City Walk without stopping at Voodoo Donuts, which we did do.
Yes.
We did stop at Voodoo Donuts. However, the line was like backed up to the restroom that's over there. And so we didn't stop to see if they had anything Valentine's or anything like that. So yeah, it was just long. And then by the time we came back, we were going to stop at Hot Dog Hall of Fame, but then it just started to pour.
Raining really hard.
And Hot Dog Hall of Fame doesn't really have like covered seating, other than like their stadium chairs. And so we didn't want to sit in that.
No, because it was wet. Although we're already wet, and you can't get any wetter than wet.
Right, and the reason why we're wet is when we went to transfer boats from Portofino to come back to Royal Pacific, the line was also long.
Because the fireworks had happened, the park was letting out, it was raining, and people were like trying to get out of the park and out of the rain. And
right, which happens. And it's not like a complaint to us because we're fine walking in the rain because
we're kind of used to it.
Yeah, we live here. So it was just easier to walk.
What's that phrase? Welcome to Florida. If you don't like the weather, wait about 15 minutes. It'll change.
Exactly. Exactly. This was the vest. It is the Rufio vest. It's got its own little buttons on it, each separate. As usual, I will put a photo of it on Instagram. And then I will also put any of the photos that we took this evening on Instagram as usual. But that is the end of our evening.
Yes.
Which means it's time to watch out for range grandmas. However, it has been raining.
Yes.
It is cold.
Very.
And the only free range grandma that I know that's out in this weather is this one here.
Especially in a tank top.
So I think I'll be looking for them tomorrow. So bye guys.
Bye.